Last night, Ed Klein came on this show and said Secretary of State Hillary Clinton asked to beef up security at the Benghazi consulate because of reports of increasing threats before the September 11th attack. But her request fell on deaf ears in the Obama administration. So the question is, who did Hillary tell? I mean, who got those emails? Remember, the president and his administration said they knew nothing after the attack and blamed it on that YouTube video.
What our assessment is, as of the present, is in fact what it began spontaneously in Benghazi as a reaction to what had transpired some hours earlier in Cairo, where, of course, as you know, there was a violent protest outside of our embassy sparked by this hateful video.
All I can tell you is based on the information we had at the time, we have now, we do not yet have indication that it was pre-planned or premeditated.
What we do know is that the natural protests that arose because of the outrage over the video were used as an excuse by extremists to see if they can also directly harm U.S. interests. Or, well, we don't know yet.
So if all these people claim ignorance, then who heard about it? Who ignored the threat? And more importantly, who's actually responsible for not getting the information to where it needed to be? The White House has wiped its hands clean of any wrongdoing and has played cat and mouse with the media and the public to prevent information on Libya from getting out before the election. Remember just last month that Obama had a 15-point lead on Romney on foreign policy in the polls? That's pretty much gone. I think Obama's got maybe a point or two, a couple of points. Needless to say, Libya is a really big problem for the president. It's why the White House offered up Hillary Clinton to take the blame.
I take responsibility. I'm in charge of the State Department, 60,000 plus people all over the world, 275 posts. The president and the vice president certainly wouldn't be knowledgeable about specific decisions that are made by security professionals. They're the ones who weigh all of the threats and the risks and the needs and make a considered decision.
So if Hillary Clinton's the one that requested the extra security, why is she the one taking the blame? Who is she protecting? Does it have to be someone higher than herself? Now, back to the information that the White House claimed it had in the weeks after the attack. Here's Obama campaign manager Stephanie the Cupcake Cutter from October 11th saying the White House has been completely open about everything.
The administration has been open and honest from day one about the Benghazi attack. And as more information has become available, they've made that information available to the American people and to members of Congress. But, you know, when a crisis occurs, when an attack occurs, that information is gathered and, you know, over time it becomes more clear what happened. And I think that's the case here.
Ah, there's my dirty politicking Barbie. So if the White House has been open and honest from day one, then how do you explain the leaked emails that show a terrorist group taking credit for the consulate attack 2 hours after it happened? Here are the emails. Reuters and CBS got a hold of these. Look. Take a look at the subject line of this email. It says, Update 2, Answer al-Sharia claims responsibility for the Benghazi attack. This email was a warning to the U.S. Embassy in Tripoli. It says in the body, and I quote, SBU, Embassy Tripoli reports the group claimed responsibility on Facebook and Twitter and has called for an attack on the embassy in Tripoli. Check the timestamp right here. Tuesday, September 11th, 2012, 6:07 p.m. Now, keep in mind, when I show you the next email, in addition to the fact that the U.S. had drones flying overhead over Benghazi to see what was going on during the attack, the government was also getting email updates. And I quote, the regional security officer reports the diplomatic mission is under attack. Embassy Tripoli reports approximately 20 armed people fired shots. Explosions have been heard as well. Ambassador Stevens, who's currently in Benghazi, and 4 comm personnel are in the compound safe haven of the 17th of February militia, is providing security and support. The operations center will provide updates as available. Now, take a look at the time on this one. September the 11th, 2012, 4:05 p.m. 6:07 p.m., the email goes out saying the terrorist group Ansar al-Sharia takes responsibility. 2 hours later, the government knew who did this. So Biden and Obama say they didn't know this information. So, okay, let's pretend for a minute that we believe them. You mean to tell me that nobody in the State Department just thought to maybe pick up the phone and call down to the White House and mention it? As my friend Joe Biden would say, this is a bunch of stuff.